Hey you guys, it's me. I'm back. It's been a while. I haven't done videos because just life just got really busy. So good. But anyways, life got really busy. But moving on to today's video. So today's video is going to be mainly about me talking about life and then just kind of doing a self-pampering night routine, and talk to you guys about what I've been up to and my thoughts on a few things that are happening in the beauty community. As we all know, it's getting cray and I just can't take it. Like, number one, I'm just like, what? Number two, I'm like, okay. And number three, I'm just like, like, I just don't get it. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So let me go ahead and start. I already washed my face. I took a really hot shower. And I washed my face with my Tatcha Pure One Step Chamomile Cleansing Oil. So technically what I do with this is I just put it over my face right before I step into the shower. That cleansing oil is just good. I just love it. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm stripping all my natural oils from my face. It doesn't feel like my skin is extra dry after I use it. It feels amazing, and literally as soon as the water touches it, it just dissolves. I've never ever used a cleanser like that before, so I highly recommend it. And yeah, let me share a few things with you and talk about life. My family is watching a kids show, I think, because of my niece and nephew. So if you hear that music, it's them. And the reason why there's lights kind of changing in my background is because I'm just watching a documentary on British royalty or whatever, about like the myths and like the behind the scenes of how life is or whatever, the drama. So I just want to make sure that today when I go to bed, my skin is kind of like replenishing all its like moisture for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be another hot day. Okay, so I probably won't introduce most of these things, but I'm going to be popping them up here on the side so you guys know exactly what they are and you guys can research them. So let me start with this little guy right here, a little bit more of that because I love it. But anyways, so my life has been very hectic. I've been helping my parents with their transition from retiring and also kind of moving into like being okay with retirement, because my dad has lived all of his life working here in the US, and now because of COVID and all this stuff that's happening, like, it's almost forcing him to retire completely. And it's hard for him, but it's something that it's overdue, and I'm actually extremely happy and excited for him. So I've been dealing with that, and luckily everything is in the up and up right now, so I'm very excited. And yeah, so that's one thing that I've been involved with. The other one has been dealing with this whole like COVID pandemic situation, and I don't know what to think anymore. Like, I'm moving on to this. I don't know what to think anymore. Like, I mean, I believe in the virus. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people that are like, they're lying to us. Oh, I believe in the virus, but it just seems that we are sacrificing just so much. We're doing so much, we're sacrificing so much, and at the same time it feels that nothing is really changing. It's almost like things are just getting worse. Um and I just don't know what else we can do as a society. Like, yeah, we can shelter in place. Yeah, we can wear masks for the rest of our lives, I guess. But is that really how we want to live? I don't want to live like that. But obviously, also, I want to respect the efforts that we are doing. But right now, I'm just kind of not overthinking it, just doing what I need to do, and hopefully, like, we will have better days altogether. That was scary. But I'm just gonna let these two little things simmer in my skin, let my skin kind of like take them in before I introduce more things. So really quick, I did the Tatcha Essence. And on top of that, I put this wrinkle repair type of serum slash essence. It's like a lotion. It's like one of those like wet lotions or water lotions that introduces things really quickly into your skin and hydrates it. To say that what's going on right now with like the Black Lives Matter movement, sooner or later what's going to happen, and it's happening now. And you know, we just have to make sure that things change for equality. So I feel that a first world country shouldn't have those problems, like where life and privilege is measured by the color of your skin. Now, as you all can see, I'm very, very fair. And I'm Hispanic. I'm from Mexico. Like, I'm pretty sure hundreds of years ago, my ancestors came from, like, Spain or Europe or some European country. But as far as I can track, my great-great-grandparents, they've always been in Mexico. So that is my culture, you know, those are the roots that I'm closest to. And I was born in Mexico, but I'm very, very fair-skinned. So a lot of people don't get Mexican or Hispanic when they first see me. So I totally see it. And I will say that I personally, I do agree that people that have my characteristics do have a bit of a easier time. Well, not a bit. We have an easier time in general. I've never had any issues really with like the law. I was stopped once by a cop, but that was because like he thought that it was suspicious that I was like walking around warehouses, because I worked at a warehouse when I was like 2021, and he just thought that it was weird for like a young guy to be walking like in the back of, like, you know, in the alleys, you know, walking towards warehouses. I'm pretty sure he thought I was like a prostitute or something. But yeah, I didn't felt fearful. He was not aggressive or anything. And like I said, besides that one time, like I've never ever have any like issue with any cops or anything. And even like at the stores, like I never have people follow me. I never have people like question like what I'm doing. And luckily I'm one of those people that I try to live my life in a honorable way. You know, try to follow the commandments as much as I can. But if I really wanted to like steal or do shady stuff, I probably could and get away with it. And I have friends that are, of they're either black or Hispanic and they're darker, and they have all these stories that they share with me, and they have all these stories that they talk amongst, you know, each other in my presence, and it's just like it's unbelievable that that happens because it's just unbelievable because like it's like something it's like listening to something that you've never ever had to go through really and try to put yourself in their position, and it's difficult because you just can never get there. You can never really get your mind completely wrapped around the idea of being profiled or discriminated by the color of your skin because you've never really been through it. So that is kind of like where I stand. Like I feel that we should give the support to those that have lived and have experienced that type of like racism and have had those types of those types of like moments in life where they've been a victim of like profiling, racism, injustice. Like we should let those individuals talk because their message will be far stronger and far more impactful and relevant, and it's just gonna probably make more of a difference. So this is not to say for people not to like for people that kind of look like me and are light skinned to not say anything. Of course say it, voice it, just like I'm doing right now, but also support those that are voicing it and that are part of the culture, because it is always a stronger message when it comes from someone that's part of the community and everyone just backs them up and uplifts them. But hopefully at the end of all this there is a change. It just doesn't make any sense to go through all this and then like revert back to how it was before. Now jumping into like all this other nonsense and the beauty community, like, and it's just unnecessary drama. Like, all of you are adults, all of you are grown, and you all should be able to be mature and be a little bit more intelligent when it comes to the way that you like deal with people. Like the easiest way to explain how my brain works is that I feel that there are two spectrums when we as humans. There's literally two spectrums when it comes to like consciousness. One is the age of innocence, which you don't know the meaning of anything. Everything is the same to you. You don't know what's for boys. You don't know what's for girls. You don't know what's right. You don't know what's wrong. Every day you wake up and it's like a new day. And usually that happens between ages newborn to like maybe like 8 or 9. And I feel that there is just like a tiny little window in a human life where you can use I didn't know any better, I was manipulated, I was made to do this against my will. I feel that there's a very short window in human life that is a valid excuse. And then there's that other side which I called the age of consciousness, where you become aware of everything around you, you become aware of everything that's right and wrong, you become aware of all of the rules, regulations that humanity and religion and society has put in place. And then you realize that there's such a thing as the moral compass, where each person has a different moral compass, but I feel that we all pretty much have a very similar idea of what's wrong and what's right. And I feel that all of these people are grown to the point where they should have all of this already in their head. All these people should know that what they did is completely wrong. It's just sad. It's sad to see those three individuals and be like, wow, like you guys are role models to someone out there. Like you guys are like literally role models for people out there in the world. And you are what they try to emulate. And that is super sad and super scary. And also, it's really, really sad that you guys are making such a big deal from something that can be easily resolved behind closed doors. Get together, talk about it, get to the root of the problem, try to forgive each other, and just never do it again. You know, that's how I try to live my life all the time. And it's hard. It's hard. Trust me. Like, I'm an Aries. So, every time somebody pisses me off, my first instinct is, yes, how do I get them back? I start fantasizing about getting them back and like, ooh, yes, they're going to get so, like, moated. You know, they're going to get so, like, you know, I'm just going to fuck them up. But I always have a thing where if I feel that I'm going to do something or make a decision, I have to sleep on it. And if I still feel the same way the next day, I have to talk to someone about it. And then after that, if they're like, and I have to talk to someone that's like more centered than me at that point. Okay, I have to go to someone that I know it's not going to fan my fire, that it's going to kind of give me a perspective in life. Okay, and then if that person says, you know what, you're on the right, you should do it, I feel that it's justifiable, then I'll do it. But like I said, like usually the sleeping on it will do the trick, and the talking about it with someone will help you if you're feeling some sort of way even after you slept on it and you're like, I wish I could just talk to someone about this. Like I said, find someone that's a bit more centered and more like down to earth than you are. And, you know, it's going to help. That will help. But anyways, that's technically my piece with all this craziness that's happening. And down to the last step, which is putting my oil. And once I'm done with this, then I'm going to go to bed. But anyways, I'm off to bed. So I'll see you guys in a new video. Hopefully not 10 months from now. But I'll keep you guys hopefully entertained for a little bit longer before I get canceled by someone like everybody else. But hopefully I won't. And I'll be doing these videos for a long time. So I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your night. And enjoy your day tomorrow. Goodbye.